Thank you very much, Tim. You start recording the call, our Zoom call, right after my perfect started speech. Restrict. I believe you can see my screen, sorry, not scream. um, Disclaimer. Of course, we need to start from the disclaimer. Biton AI is not a financial instrument, not a financial company, or any other project that provides with any possibility to save capital, to realize some investment strategy, or whatever. Biton AI is a startup. It's a project that built Web3 ecosystem. All products, features, mechanisms, and tools you have on our platforms right now connected to the development process more than to the some financial services or whatever. And that's a really important part. Please keep this in mind whenever you're doing any type of the explanation about our project. Uh, First, and the main explanation of the idea. We are building a blockchain, completely layer one blockchain, that under the governance from the side of artificial intelligence substation with the possibility to use a clean energy. And this concept, one of the best idea on the world at this moment, and we are quite effectively moving to reach these results. When we're talking about the vision of Biton AI, Biton like a Bitcoin, and that was one of the core idea, but without over engineering, with the best experience in blockchain technology development, Ton like the open network from which we started in the very beginning, but with the idea that we are able to build a really open network, a blockchain that will be definitely under the governance, not only from the side of AI, but from the side of our validators as well. Web3 project, it's because we are really still have some components of Web3 project, but I'm always repeating one and the same conclusion because it's obvious. We really close to the implementation of Web 4 because our AI substation that we called in the very beginning, right now, all the market such type of the combination of different AI agents call council. So our AI councils, AI substation, do have an algorithm that we implement in the very beginning of the development process, according to which all the improvements of the blockchain in the future will be completely based on the work of this AI. Right now, if you track the situation with the artificial intelligence industry, Claude, Anthropic, Claude Code, doing more than 90% of all the code there. We have to admit that our newest development, based completely on the work with the coding based on the artificial intelligence work, and we believe that in the future, everything that we will have in development will be based on the AI efforts. So our team need to be controllers more than developers itself. But why we are doing this? We trying to build a harmony between the blockchain technology, artificial intelligence and clean energy to build a sustainable ecosystem. About the clean energy, this is another topic, quite simple and easy to be explained. Whenever you have anything that necessary to be calculated, these things definitely connected to the electricity supply. You cannot do anything related with the compute power if you don't have a relevant source of electricity. In our case, we prefer to be concentrated on the renewable sources of electricity, and that's the direction in which we want to develop all the project. Why Beton AI? Because this is the way how to maintain and organize a high long-term growth potential driven by ecosystem adoption. We build in a sustainable and transparent Web3 infrastructure, and this is the way how to integrate real-world SSRBI. I will not continue explaining this in the way like it was described in this presentation. Just want to put your attention to RVA, why it is so important. Imagine that AI block, it's something that's located on the very top of the mountain. In the middle, you have the biggest massive of all the solution stones that helps you to build something really big. And in the very beginning, on the ground, you have real world assets that from real world, in our case, we're talking about the energy supply process and existing solar power plant as a first example. But in the future, it will be the main method. If we will be successful in combining of existing energy supply from renewable sources of energy to build a blockchain like a middle part of this mountain and to implement deeply an AI governance, AI development, AI support, and to combine all these actions between each other. AI will consider our blockchain as the only environment for survival. Our blockchain will be maintained by artificial intelligence, which will create a perfect environment for the businesses. Electricity supply from the sources, renewable sources of energy, provides with the necessary electricity for the purposes to create new compute power. All of these things connected between each other, and that makes the project really strong. What makes Beton AI different? First of all, it's a real decentralization based on our proof of decentralization consensus. A little bit later, I will explain why it's proof of decentralization. Limited token supply, 21 million only. Usage of clean energy integration and AI-driven mechanism for smart allocation and rewards. All these things definitely works together really strong. Proof of decentralization. This is a perfect combination of the source of income from the side of proof of staking, like in Ethereum's stakings of the native tokens that brings relevant profit in terms of the manipulation of demand and circulation of tokens for validators. Then proof of participation from blockchain zoo as the way how to implement KPIs, the metrics that could be easily used by the artificial intelligence for the purposes to make a regulation and motivation. First of all, motivation of validators to maintain the work of the blockchain. And our VARP system that helps in accumulation of the long-term experience and reputation of validators for the purposes to increase the amount of earnings in the future. All these things together creates a really effective way how to build a consensus that better than all existing up to current moment blockchains in the world. Roadmap. Shortly last year in April, 17th of April, we start with our first placement of native tokens and pre-seed stage that were up to the end of August 2025. Seed stage when we managed to provide our community with the first tokens in circulation. All this pre-seed and seed stage successfully finished in previous year. Right now we are on the foundation stage. It's the stage at which we are concentrated on development of the blockchain, implementation of validator infrastructure, core integrations. This stage will be till the end of current year, 2026, and the next 2027 will be concentrated on expansion. All the things that will be implemented in current year will be a subject of the usage for the purposes to expand our presence in different industries and different markets. This is the very beginning. Of course, the common plan much longer than just the nearest 2 years, but these 2 years, 2026 and 2027, will be the most important in terms of the establishing of the long-term story. All right, what is the business of overview? Participate through BTN token allocation, earn via ecosystem mechanism, allocation, liquidity, or community activity, low entry barrier designed for accessibility, and one integrated ecosystem, multiple participation paths. All these mechanisms designed to support a long-term ecosystem growth. That's really important to understand. For the purposes to jump into our product is at this moment completely possible in old web, not web app, but mini app application, to have just one ton as the minimum allocation and the same amount for the purposes to make a withdrawal. It is important to understand that the project, first of all, concentrated on the allocation of the tokens, and that makes the project stable and possible to work in the long-term perspectives. Rewards and distribution. Participants receives rewards in BTN tokens, in our native tokens, and these tokens distributed according to the allocation schedule that will be a little bit later, but breakdown that applicable for the old application. 70% goes to participants in BTN's tokens on their wallets, 10% allocated to operational and ecosystem fees, 10% reinvested into the project development, 10% directed toward long-term ecosystem strengthening investing based aligned with the tokenomics. This is the way how to make all the directions of the project development effective. It is possible for our users to participants of our ecosystem to become a liquidity provider. Right now, we are in the process of preparing of a next pool that will be opened at Uniswap version 3 and up in the time period up to May. So, and it will be the pool USDC to BTN based on base. But this offer to earn 12% of annual rewards in USDC, sorry, not USDT, but USDC, still valid and completely possible. 30% of annual rewards of liquidity volumes of 50,000 plus as well will be effective. Therefore, you can keep this in mind. Then, about the way how to build the first example of the BTN tokens utility, and what is the most important, how our project going to maintain all the blockchain with the electricity supply. It's a project Kilowatt that is a real world asset backed token that will be one of the biggest driver of income on Bitonia project development. This is a token issued by existing legal entity, and this legal entity is Chervenkov Energy, located in Bulgaria, European Union. This kilowatt token pledged by 1 kilowatt of energy per hour. 330 kilowatts installed capacity now connected to this system, and this project already did first placement of the kilowatt. And in common, the amount of the first package of this kilowatt equal to approximately 1 million euro that available for the purposes to be purchased. Holders of this kilowatt token are able to make a conversion of this kilowatt token into electricity, because this is a system with the commodities in circulation, or relevant compensation of the value of this electricity at the moment of conversion. Of course, for the purposes to make this conversion process, it is necessary to go through the identification procedure and know your client procedure. This is the level that cannot be cancelled, but that's one of the example how is possible to organize a good relationship between the blockchain that could be the way how to make a monetization of electricity and the electricity generation, first of all in the field of solar power plants all over the world. We start from European Union, and I believe that soon it will be the good business in different all others locations in the world. When we're talking about this product, first of all, Chervenkov Energy as a legal entity, you can see the registration number here on this slide. About the generation capacity already mentioned, 330 kilowatts installed capacity, which means more than half of a million kilowatt hours annual electricity production. Next 10 years of this capacity covered by relevant RVA tokens, which means in common, taking into account initial allocation price 20 euro cents per 1 kilowatt, equal to 1 million 80,000 of euro. But this is the very beginning. In common, it is possible to include into this activity more than 200 megawatts of the capacity, but let's start from this and we'll see what will be the development. Right, the second external project, What's Up? This is a game, a play-to-earn concept that created based on the Telegram messaging, and in the nearest time will be implemented into mobile application as well. This What's Up game was built on top of the existing legal entity What's Up Energy, and we continue development based on this. Registration of this was in January 2025. Again, located in Bulgaria. You can see registration number here. And the idea of this What's Up game is quite simple. This is the way how to attract a big number of users by simple tab game, really similar to Hamster's Combat, and based on the understanding that gamification of relationship with potential participants with a good internal gaming economic gives a really easy way how to attract people into the idea of a relationship between the electricity supply and work of the blockchain. It will really work. So What's Up as the game is a gate how to involve a really big number of users, followers, and to increase essentially our community. Kilowatt as the real world asset is the example how serious grounded business is able to receive alternative way of the monetization of the products on the ground and through the blockchain. And right now, in these current circumstances in the world, it is super important to have this concept effectively realized. This is the last slide in this presentation, but this is not the end of our conversation. Let me show you about the new compensation plan and how it works. New uh, uh, application. The disclaimer I will not repeat, you already saw it before. In our new application that completely located on the base blockchain, it is possible to have one of three offers: flex 30 days lockup period with the principal amount of staking available in the end of this 30 days lockup period, daily rate up to 0.25%, which is approximately 90% of IPR. Important, the rewards that is able to be withdrawn every day, it could be not could be, but subject of split 50% in liquid and 50% investing. Boost 180 days, the daily of lockup period, daily rate up to 1%, which is approximately 180 days of IPR, 20% in liquid, 80% vested. Max 360 days, daily rate up to 0.69%, which is approximately 250% of IPR, split 15% in liquid, 85% of vested tokens. About vesting, in Flex 30, it's only 30 days freeze plus 60 days of linear unlock. In Boost 180, it's 180 days freeze plus 180 days linear unlock. It means that every next day, the equal amount of tokens became available for withdrawal and usage for any purposes you want to use. And all this vesting program for Boost 180 and Max 360 remains the same, the difference only in proportions. All right, what else? It is important to pay attention to vault system that will be, I believe, next our workshop in details explained to all the participants. Let me remind to all of the participants of this call, we prolong transition period on another 10 days distance from today to next 10 days. So all the details about the migration process, implementation of Vault, I can disclose, make sort of a spoiler of Vault. It's like a chest that gives you an opportunity to receive some benefits. Will be in detail explained on a Tuesday workshop, and maybe if it will be necessary, we will organize right after this workshop a special Ask Me Anything session. But right now, Stakings is available on a new web app based on Base in USDC. After the end of the transition period, it will be possible to make stakings in BTN or in any other currencies. But right now, when we're talking about these offers, it is available for USDC with the possibility to receive remuneration rewards in native token in BTNs. And of course, the longer duration, the higher yield, which is completely logical. About the motivation for sellers, this is possible and available to have direct agency fees. We call it a direct bonus, which is equal to 16.5% for 10 lines, 10% from the first level, 1.5% from the second level, 1% from level 3 and 4, and half of percent starting from level 5 and up to level 10. It means that for all the distance of 10 levels, it is possible to receive 16.5%. And this paid instantly in USDC every next time when you have deal in your team, you receive this amount on available for withdrawal in USDC. Then, in addition, for team builders, we have a long-term motivation in the form of leadership matching bonus system, which provides with a 42% of the total matching pool from 16 generations of bonuses, which means the move or career possibility to make a career on 15 leadership ranks, and this matching bonus is a profit from the profit of your team members in your worldwide, I hope so, team. This is how it looks, all the matching bonus system. So here you can see on the left side rank, starting from bronze and ending with the legendary. On the right side, you can see the percentage that you can receive from different levels. Generation, this is the lines in your team in depth. And the maximum rank legendary with the personal deposit equal to 100,000 USDC equivalent, direct registrations at least 16, minimum 100 USDC each, and team turnover of 50 million US dollars equivalent will bring you 42% of the profit from the profit of your team. It means from each rewards received in BTNs in your team, you will have this profit. And of course, we start from the quite easy bronze rank with only 3%. This is the matching bonus system. Rules for reward withdrawals for our users. In Flex 30, 50% of rewards available immediately, liquid, another 50% investing, that already mentioned before. Boost 180, 20% of rewards available immediately, 80% vesting. And Max 360, the ratio 15% to 85%. All right, liquidity expansion, BTN price, and token utility. Web launch, we are right now in the process of this web application implementation. One of the most interesting and important part is to make all the rules of our team's work this year completely stable and effective. Once we finalize all the works related with the migration, we will burn all the private keys to smart contracts, and all the further development of BTN tokens circulation will be completely under the external factors like work of the blockchain and so on. Blockchain infrastructure. For the purposes to start implementation of the blockchain, it is necessary to implement a web app based on this, and as the next step, implementation of the validators system. And after that, it will be the start of blockchain implementation and work of all the basic technologies based on this blockchain. Liquidity pool plan is to open the USDC to BTN pool and Uniswap version 3 up to May inclusively, approximately to the middle of the May. And talking about the BTN token utility, it's first of all usage of BTN as the gas fee instrument on a blockchain. It's participation in liquidity mechanisms, of course, ecosystem apps, boosters, utilities that you may have, and usage in WhatsApp when it will be available for everybody for usage. Then, about special program that we have for the to support global sales incentives. We have for different ranks tasks for team volume. For Ruby, 25,000 of team volume and possibility to receive a cash bonus $2,000 equivalent. Liquidity will be $4,000. For Emerald, team volume 50,000, cash bonus 4,000, in 2 times more than Ruby. In Diamond, 100,000 of team volume and 8,000 of cash bonus. In Blue Diamond, 250,000 of team volume and 20,000 of cash bonus. Red Diamond, 500,000 and 35,000 of cash bonus. And Legendary, 50 million and 2 million of cash bonus. This bonus paid once relevant rank with this specific team volume reached, and this is the way how we want to remunerate effective work of the teams. Important to understand that for the payment rules, for this payment, next rules is applicable. Bonus unlock 30 days after reaching the milestone. All payouts are processed on the first of each month, and volume calculation is based on 40% from one leg, 30% from another leg, and 30% from the third leg, let's call it this way, from the top 3 performing lines. All right. What else? About the liquidity providing program benefits, we will talk more in details right before the start of the pool. It will be in, I think, 2 weeks. And about the fast growth accelerators, this is the one more important part, the 30-day challenge. Reach 25,000 in team volume within your first 30 days of joining to Python AI ecosystem. You will have accelerated reward. Receive an additional 10% of liquidity match on top of the standard one-to-one company match. Standard liquidity match is 2,000 liquidity position to 2,000 company match, which means 4,000 of total liquidity. But with the fast growth accelerator, you have 2,000 of liquidity position, which gives you in addition 2,400 company match. It means 1-to-1 plus 10%, which is 4,400 total liquidity. These rules will come into effect once the liquidity pool is launched. It means May. All right. Last slide for today about this program philosophy and vision. We are in the foundation stage. It means that first of all, we need to establish rules that gives to everybody a possibility to see an ecosystem on a long term. Soon we will have 1 year birthday, and I believe that right after the reaching of this, we will be able to show the full potential of the ecosystem for those who start with us a long period of time ago. This is the way how to build a really sustainable project. And that's what we offer from the side of the Python AI. And I believe that you will join to us effectively. This is a short explanation about the migration. We spent a lot of time on our workshop, how to make this migration process. The only addition I have to add here, it's the new 10 days period that increase the common possibility for everybody who do have some free tokens based on Tone to jump into staking on our old application and to receive these benefits of to be a stakeholder of old application. Then full data transfer will be within this 3 to 4 weeks migration process. We believe that we will be in time with this. And after the end of this window, it means starting from today, at the end of the 10 days period, it will be not possible to make stakings on old application on Tone, just on new web app based on Base, with these 3 options that I mentioned in this presentation. All right, about the BTN sustainability and token circulation. As we already mentioned before, all this system completely designed for the purposes to make a long-term work of the project effective and completely possible to be regulated from the side of AI substation. Gas fee as the main utility for the tokens soon will be this huge and effective driver of the price change, because let's not forget we have only 21 million of BTN tokens, and in addition to the usage of these tokens as the gas fee, it is possible, will be possible to use it as the tool to pay for play to earn concept, means tools inside the game, and for kilowatt tokens in this RVA project. Right, about the long-term vision, if you were carefully listen to the explanation of this project, it's completely obvious that the way how Beton AI project built an idea with the blockchain, AI integration, and real-world tests integration in next 3 to 5 years, it will be the only way how the business is really able to live and survive on the completely independent background. It means that we are in front of the huge potential of the income and cash flow for everybody who doing participation of our project on this stage. Foundation, this is the way when you foundation stage, this is the way when you are able to jump into this position in correct time with the correct conditions. That's all from my side for today. I try to be as much in time as it possible, and it seems to me like it's a perfect timing. So we have here Pavel Chervenkov, who can say a couple of words to close this call. And I believe that I will see all of you on our next workshop at Tuesday. So it was really great to see you all here. Thank you very much. Support the project by BTN offers, and let's move forward. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much, Ivan. After after such a kind of speech from the beginning till now, the only thing I can say to all of the community that I'm super happy to have such a kind of partner like you that motivates me as well, and encourage me every day that we are not only working in the best direction, but we're doing this with the best people around us. And I'm speaking about you. So let's keep the perfect timing. And the last thing, but not least, that I can say is that all of this that my friend and partner tell, we gonna achieve together with all of you, our priceless community. Thank you very much to everybody, and see you all in our next meeting. Bye bye.